I have so many questions. One man perhaps who can help us is Arthur Brand. Arthur is an art crime detective joining us live. Arthur, thanks for being with us. If this was your investigation, where would you start?
Well, the police is first checking out the security cameras, not only from yesterday, but from the last 2-3 months, because these thieves have been there before just to check the cameras, the doors, the thickness of the glass. And they are looking for people who do not fit in, people who are not acting like tourists. They are looking around, not paying attention at the paintings. So that's the first thing they do. And probably they have a list of the 10 usual suspects, people who have been caught before doing heists like this. Well, this is an exceptional heist. This is the Louvre, but I'm sure they already have some suspects. And the best thing is what I read today is that they found a helmet. There might be DNA in it. And these thieves, this was not their first heist. These are professionals. So most likely their DNA is in some system somewhere in France.
So this, as you say, a specialised job. It's a very narrow market in terms of who might have done it and, of course, who their client might be.
Yeah, well, there probably is not a client. Nobody would touch this. These items are so well known. They are now on the front pages of all the media in the world. So you cannot sell them. What their plan is to melt down the gold, to take off the jewels, the diamonds, and sell them separately. These small diamonds, if you sell them separately, maybe somewhere outside of Europe, they don't have a stamp on it which says the Louvre. They can even cut them down to smaller pieces, and then there is no link anymore to the Louvre. And that's why it's a race against time. The sooner the police get these thieves, and they will catch them, the more likely the objects will return intact.
And what you're saying, Arthur, is that this isn't something that a kind of average run-of-the-mill thief could actually take on. This is someone with highly specialised knowledge, highly specialised techniques, and of course a highly specialised network to move these things on.
Yeah, most of these criminal gangs, organized crime, they have people who do the burglaries, they have people who can melt down gold, who can hide stuff. So they probably prepare this very well. They already might have somebody who can dismantle these pieces and sell the diamond separately. But my hope is that even if they lined up some people to do this, because of the media attention, they might back off. That's my hope for the moment.
So possibility that this might be recovered in some way, shape or form. Perhaps maybe the Louvre at some point might be approached to buy back these items.
Well, I don't think so, because, if they ask a ransom in these cases, you always have to deal with the police. The guy who shows up, apparently somebody from the insurance company or from the Louvre, that's always a police officer disguised as the head of the Louvre or whatever.
In terms of how this was done, you mentioned that the police would be looking at security cameras to see who was around, someone looking perhaps like they weren't tourists, but they were, looking to see where the cameras were, casing the joint, to use an English phrase. Do you think there's a possibility there could be an inside man, someone within the Louvre who was helping?
Well, in many cases regarding art thefts, there is someone inside. It could be a curator, but most normally it's somebody who knows about the security cameras, somebody who might clean there, So often somebody inside tips off people from the outside. It's not sure if in this case this has happened, but you cannot exclude it, that somebody tipped them off, like, we are doing construction work here now, right now in the Louvre. These windows are not very well protected. So if you put on some yellow jackets and you take with your mechanical ladder, you might have a chance. So who knows?
Do you think there are logistical clues? Because clearly the equipment I'm thinking perhaps of the hoist used to get up the front of the building, that kind of thing. Someone must have hired that. Someone must have turned up at some place to and been caught on a security camera hiring that. Do you think there could be something in the logistics that might give this gang away?
Well, this is something the police will investigate. I doubt that this mechanical ladder has been rented, that it's probably has been stolen. But they are checking traffic cameras to see what kind of cars did they use, or motorcycles or whatever. Where did they go to? And those can provide leads, who these guys are. But it still will be a difficult job. I put my hopes on the DNA. There must be DNA, and as said, these are professional thieves. They have been caught before for other cases, and their DNA must be in some system somewhere in France.
Indeed, and they must have been a highly discerning group, not just your everyday criminal, not just your opportunist criminal, but people who knew exactly what they were targeting, exactly what they were looking for, and they knew the value of what they were getting. So that, again, is a kind of criminal who perhaps may well be known to the authorities.
Yes, the police is now studying the modus operandi. How did they do it? Because criminals don't change their habits. If some heist goes successful, the next time they will do the same thing. So the police is studying their way of acting. Probably they already have some suspects, some usual suspects. They are eavesdropping on them. So I think even the Secret Service might be involved, because it's such a big scandal in France. It's hurting France in their soul. It's their crown jewels from the Louvre. Who would have thought that the Louvre could be targeted by thieves in 7 minutes, coming in and out with the French crown jewels? This is unheard of, and I think it's the heist of the decade.
Arthur Brand, thank you for your time, and thank you very much for your analysis. You're really shedding light on the process that the police will be going for, and of course the scale of what we've seen happen here at the Louvre. Arthur Brand is an art crime detective joining us from the Netherlands. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us here on France 24. We really appreciate your time.